This is wisdom. Here we go. It shows y'all my real age. See that? I get all the time. Oh, you don't even look like that old, but you can see it. Mama's that old. I got mingled gray all throughout my head. I'm back, y'all. So I'm older than many of y'all now. So I get this now. Now, I had a situation where somebody tried to challenge me when they came to my house, and you know who you are. Okay, don't try to challenge me. I'm an older woman. I have a lot of people that think they can play games with me because they think I'm their peers, or they think I'm their age range and stuff like that. Don't even much try. Okay, and I'm your elder, so you give me respect. Okay, and you know who you are. And don't disrespect your elder. You know I'm your elder. Now, y'all know I'm not speaking about one specific person. I'm just speaking in general, okay? Speaking in general. Um, I want to talk about it again. I want to continue to talk about where we go when we die, time travel, um, time jumping, astral traveling. I want to go in on that a little bit more. Um, because I know somebody needs this. Somebody needs this. A lot of the times, I may get to a point where I feel like I'm wasting my time talking to y'all out there, but when I get these phone calls, people saying, hey, look, I'm on video such and such on your old channel, and I'm working my way up to where you're at now, then I have to keep going. I don't care if it's only one person watching, because some of these people that are watching, they aren't even in our dimension. Honestly, they aren't. So I won't be able to see their view count. That's the way mama think now, okay? So I got to keep going. Even if it's nobody, even if it says 0 views, I got to keep going. Because there's someone out there that must have this message so they don't feel like they are the only one. Because a lot of people are ashamed to come out. A lot of people don't know how to express it. Even mama having a hard time expressing it, because I don't even know the words I should use to describe what has happened to me, what is happening to me now. Okay, don't get in no dog room. You sure enough gonna go places. Whoo, gosh. I keep my tablet, my pen handy when I'm sleeping in my bed, so I can go ahead and write everything down. I just put some on Facebook about Archimedes. I looked it up, and that's not the Archimedes that I'm talking about. That's a fraud. Okay, I hate to burst your bubble. History, you can't count on it. You can't rely on it. I know what you're saying. The haters are saying, well, you can't count and rely on you either, mama. What I'm saying is you must do your own research for yourself, open up your soul to do your own exploration, because nothing is actually what you think it is, okay? Most of what you see on your day-to-day life, whether you're on the computer or you're watching TV or you just looking at everyday life, is what you call social engineering. You're in a matrix. You're living in an artificial world. Things are not as what you see, okay? Just like I say, you are not who you think you are, okay? Morals are man-made. So-called being civilized is all man-made. It's not the order of nature. It's not the order of things. Okay. Now you may disagree with me. Hell, you may say, "Mom, what you saying don't even make no damn sense." I don't know. Make your own videos and you tell me what you think. I'm only talking as a woman who is a half a century old. What I come to the conclusion to see for myself. But guys, we need to come up with a way to break the code so that we won't have to repeat this, keep coming back here doing the same bullshit over and over again. Sometimes I try to tweak it and do things a little bit different, and sometimes that confuses me, um that deja vu just hit me out of nowhere, and I'm like, wait a minute now, this is exactly how it happened. And I try to find my way to change it, do something different. But how do I know or do not know that's the when I tweaked it, that's the way I did it the last time? You know what I'm saying? I tweaked it intentionally to try to change it the last time. How do you break the code? How do you break the cycle? How do you understand break the sound barrier on this situation? Now maybe I'm thinking too deep, and a lot of folks may say, well, you schizophrenics, you schizophrenic. They say schizophrenics tend to think too hard, and the little small things we see, like just static in the television and stuff like that, a schizophrenic can look at that and say it's something deeper to it, and they try to decode things in it or whatever. And they schizophrenics think that other people can hear their thoughts and stuff like that, because I think so deep. You may say, well, she's schizophrenic, she's schizotypical. People are wasting their time trying to diagnose people on YouTube. If you have a passion for it, I say get you a degree so that you can pay that hundred some $1,000 you're gonna owe to the government and go somewhere and become a clinical psychologist and make you some money off of it. You understand? Do that. But you're wasting your time doing YouTubers like that, because we can be whoever we want to be in front of the screen. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are not who you think they are on the screen. I've seen that firsthand for myself. But and some people may say, well, you're bipolar, you have dissociative disorder, you got all of these different things. Honestly, let me tell you a secret. Everything you see on these screens are just an act. You never get to know the real person until you take the time out to go and visit the real person. Honestly, that's just the truth. That's a disclaimer for you all out there who may hold me responsible for something that you may decide to do. This is only an act, okay? How do you know I really even exist? The person that you're looking at right now. You just never know. Okay? I may just be a figment of your imagination. Matter of fact, what I'm doing right now may just be a figment of my own imagination. How do you know you're real? How do you know I'm real? So, you may come up with all these different type of psychological illnesses. So she's suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder. What else can I come up with? Personality disorder. They got a personality disorder. What is it called? They said that's one of the hardest to treat. It's not dissociative disorder. It's one that can't be treated. It's one of the most difficult of them all to treat. If you all know anything about psychology, please list it down there. They have no medicine for that one. And even I'd like to give myself that one right there. Even if a psychologist was to do therapy on these people, um, any kind of psychotherapy or something like that for them, it wouldn't work, because the person is still able to. Dang, I wish I could find the name of that disorder. The person is able to switch, and they can't keep them from switching on them. And I cannot even think of the name of it. I'd like to just coin that one for myself, but anyway. But anyway, because I try my best to be a very difficult person, and yes, I will switch on, because that's the nature of who I am. Yeah, and I am shifty. That's the nature of me, and like I say, it's the nature of me, but it's not me, because you don't know who you are, honestly. Okay, so you can't go around saying this is what I am, because all you're doing is just just tagging a lot of phrases of things that, or labels that society put on people. You still haven't described it yourself. You described yourself by saying, oh, I'm a nurse, I'm a doctor, I'm a mailman, I'm a cake decorator, uh, I'm a school teacher. Those are just labels that still does not define who you are. Okay. And when you do sit down to try to really figure out who you are, you'll find that, it's impossible. Honestly, it's impossible. Okay. You can even go into your soul and realize you still haven't figured out who you are. Okay. Um, I just said the world is such a wonderful place. As I sit here right now and I just see objects around me, I realize that they are alive, and that, that if the energies that can, possess bodies, have a body, are still around me. I just can't see them. I can't touch them. I can't feel them. But these are energies that once upon a time did inhabit structures on this planet, and maybe even other planets, and other worlds and stuff. You just can't see them. But they still can animate something. Who knows? Next lifetime, I may just animate a stone or a rock. I do believe stones, rocks are living entities, so to speak. The mountains, they live, they have spirits. So when they blow up the mountains and stuff like that, they are killing, okay, people. They are killing structures. Now, I don't want to just use the word people, because people are like, they have legs, arms, or whatever, so that's the wrong word. They are beings. You are destroying beings. When you cut a tree down, you are destroying a being. Everything lives on the planet. Nothing is dead. Water lives, air lives, even this top is alive. And it's anything that vibrates is living. But once again, I want to say this: you're going. You don't break the code. And y'all, please tell me what this is called so I can do more research on it. I think once upon a time, I think I had, read up on a feed where somebody was breaking some stuff like this down, and it has a name to it, and I can't think of the name of it, but I know it has a name to it. But how to break the code, how to break the barrier, so that, because I want to do it, so I won't have to come back here and do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. Oh my God. As I speak, I can smell a fresh cigar, a good smelling cigar. Is that Papa? I believe it's Papa. It smells like one of those real expensive cigars, a whole case of them, to tell you the truth. And it smells good and seasoned. I like that one. I want to try it. I want to taste it, and I definitely want to smoke it. But come on now, enough of that. Papa trying to make me lose my train of thought. But I want to do something else the next time. And what I was getting at, if you are an old seasoned soul or spirit, because there's some controversy out there about souls and spirits right now. They're not the same. You can have many spirits, but only one soul. And the soul is aware of what every last one of your spirits are doing. Like I got some spirits doing some shit for me right now, or doing some things they want to do without my permission right now. I'm not just here with you right here in spirit right now. I'm here in spirit in many different places at this point. I'm living some lives right now, and I'll catch up on them when I go to sleep. Review them and, put them in my little journal. I got a huge journal of lives and stuff like that I have coinciding with the one that I have now. So Some people I had somebody tell me they didn't have a soul. I mean, that's another question. Do we all have a soul? That's something that I cannot answer. I cannot answer that. Maybe you all could, answer whether or not we all have a soul. Some people may say, well, mama, you don't have a soul either. You know, I would think that we all had souls because the souls, that's the master conscious to me. And it remembers everything. Like I'm consciously sitting here and can't remember all my past lives, but my soul conscious, my master conscious can remember all of my past lives. That's why I say you got to get in touch with your soul. You have to open up your soul, get in there and learn. And then that may just be the way to break the code so that you won't have to come back here and repeat this shit over and over and over again. Because I don't want to come back here, honestly. I would say, honestly, that this particular life has not been that kind to me for whatever reason. So I don't see a reason to actually come back to this particular lifetime. I'm sure I have better ones. And I do believe that a lot of the time when people die, what they do, they switch over to another spirit. Like I say, you got your spirits out there, you have branches of spirits. You don't just have one that are all a part of your soul that's doing some other things in some other places. And if you'd like to, you can switch over and go to one of those other places, or put 100% of your time in with that particular spirit that you desire. You see what I'm saying? And when people do that, they usually go to sleep and you find them in their bed, deceased and no longer here. Because I've switched to some of those places, and some of those places I had a difficult time getting away from because I really love that place, or if it wasn't for the fact that I really loved that place, I just got trapped there anyway and just couldn't find my way back. So I already know that when my physical body decides that it is no longer able to continue to stay here in this place, that, I will take up my body with one of my parallel lives. That's what I think is going to happen. I would hate to think that I would close my eyes and it would just be just lights out. There's nothing else. That's not what I want. I am saying today that when this physical body is ready to return to the earth, that I will um, go to one of my more desirable parallel lives or life. It's difficult to discern which one is going to be a life or lives. Maybe I can look through them. I see it like a book. I see all of these lives as being pages in a book, and you can flip and go through them and decide which one. Because I've had I've had a few lives that that I liked. I really did, and I had far more friends in those places than I out of all of my lives. This one is kind of I won't say it's the most loneliest because I do have a few of them where it's like desolate. I mean, there is nothing there. My God, it's like I'm the only one there. There's no sound. Guys, I can talk to y'all all day long about this. There's no sound. There's no light. Gosh, I wish I could tell y'all about all of this. I flip flop and go all over the place. There's no order because I move with the spirit, and that's just the way I do it. And I'll forget something if I just don't just be random about it. But there are some where there is no sound and no light, only vibrations. There are some where there's nothing but color and nothing is solid. You know, everything is very lucid and liquidy in form. Some gaseous. There are some lives that there is nothing but just sand, nothing but sand and bones, and it's just me. It's weird. And the one that troubles me the most is the one where, because there are some worlds that I have where sound is not needed. We speak telepathically. We don't have this. So know that, like, all planets are not designed like ours. You know, there are some places that I've gone where it's just everything's black and white. You don't get a chance to enjoy pink and green and all of these colors and stuff like that. That's why you have some people who are their eyesight is colorless here on the planet. You know, who knows who their creator is and why they were designed that way. Um, you could be from another one of those worlds. Some planets live in the darkness. Like I said, you don't need light. You don't need anything. You're just a being relying on frequencies for communication. But it goes back to this. If you have a wonderful life and you don't mind repeating this over and over and over again, then I said, don't worry about it. More than likely, what's going to happen to you, if you're a young soul, you're going to just do this over again. You're going to repeat it so many times until you express the desire to move on and to go on to another life or whatever. But I think I've done this too many times. Enough is enough. I don't think I want to be born from whoever this biological mother is, whoever she is. I don't hate her, but I don't think she likes herself, because to get rid of a child, any children, you understand, which is an extension of yourself, is to say you do not love yourself. So I wouldn't want to be reborn to her. Okay, and young lady, I know you may be watching it. I saw how you took down your videos and everything, and you do what you got to do or whatever, to protect your mother, because that's who she is. She's your mother. She's not my mother. She's not Pink's mother. She's not Lynn's mother. She's your mother. You know my real age, okay? And I don't discuss my real age. You know. So don't be looking for information to discount anything I have to say, or to disprove anything I have to say, or disapprove, or whatever you want to say. But you know, what you did was foul, and I don't want to waste my video on this, but what you did was really foul and very selfish. But one day you won't have a mother either, so get yourself prepared, okay? Once you are like me, and I'm not gonna call your name, but I'll call Pink and Lynn name, because don't nobody know who that is. I doubt if they do in a video. Pink, which is your older sister, Lynn, which is your second sister, and me myself, which is your third sister. You'll get a chance to understand how we feel when your mom passed away, and you'll begin to see how selfish you were in the game, okay? Because what goes around comes around. And I know what you want to do. You want to protect your mama or whatever. Do what you got to do. But there's consequences for every behavior, whether you think they're right or whether you think it's wrong. I mean, whether you think it's going to be a reward or whether you think it's going to be a punishment, you are going to reap it. Okay? But I want to break the code because I don't want to do this again. I think I deserve better. I think I deserve a better life. And I know what people say, you can change your own reality or whatever, but people ain't kind to folks in bodies like this. There's a body, having a body like this will put you at a disadvantage. The body is not the problem. It's just really where the body is. The body is not in its elements. Okay. So I know that I'm a fish out of water because I'm in a body of a false matrix. It does not necessarily have anything to do with the color, how my hair is or whatever, or the gender or whatever. But it's just the fact that you look at this body and look at the matrix we're living in, and you tell me whether or not it's favorable. Okay. So that's where I'm at right now. I want to break the code, and I want to explore other possibilities with other parallel lives that I do possess, so that the next time I can have a more pleasant experience. Okay. So anyway, y'all look into that, okay? Look into that. You decide. Do you want to repeat your life over again? Do you think life has been fair to you? Okay. Have you been fair to yourself? Put some comments down there if you want to. If you don't, visit me on Facebook. Send me a private message or whatever. At any rate, please subscribe. Okay. Please subscribe my new channel and come out and visit me in our virtual COVID. I am Spiritually Naima. Nyemma. Okay. That ends this video.